One of the most important parts of the hitting swing is what the back foot needs to do. It's called a back foot pivot. It's actually a twisting or a spinning on the back foot. This causes the hips to rotate and really puts the power or strength into the swing. A good way to practice this is to get to players and have them go ahead and get their feet spread as if they've already taken their stride, to think only about the back foot, put their hands on their hips so they can feel the hip rotation, and practice just pivoting on the back foot. Doesn't take any balls, doesn't take any bats, but they get the feel of that good, strong back foot pivot, which keeps the weight centered as it should be and helps the hips to rotate. A good drill to start with in working on the back foot pivot. Hey, after we've mastered just the basic foot pivot for the back foot, we add another dimension to this. We're trying to get all those proper repetitions we talked about so you get proper execution when you go to the plate. Now, instead of just having your hands on your hip and pivoting the foot, we've put a ball down beside your back heel. And if you pivot on the ball of your foot like you should, you're able to kick that ball with the back side of your foot. Now, if you raise up on your toe and pivot like you shouldn't do, you'll actually miss the ball by pivoting over it. That's not what we're looking for. We want to put the ball down by the heel, pivot hard on the ball of the foot, and kick the ball to your partner. We could actually get twice as many repetitions if we had these players turn around and kick the ball into the fence. We could have all four of the girls doing that drill one at a time. It might take a little bit longer, but that's another variation where you could have all four girls actually working on the back foot pivot. Another real good way to perfect the back foot pivot. Once we've gotten a basic idea of the back foot pivot with the hands on the hip and kicking the ball, then we advance to some other drills. In one of these, you see a ball being placed on a tee that's placed right out in the middle of the girl that's hitting it, right out in front of her belly button, about waist high. She's got the bat behind her back, in her elbows, or actually could hold it in her hands, and she's just going to pivot on her back foot and drive the bat into the ball. We're actually not concerned with the result. Remember, again, it's the process. We're concerned with the back foot pivot. The other girl is hitting a hose that has been attached to an aluminum pipe, and again, she's working on the back foot pivot. Now, you may notice that the girls don't do it right every time. That's fine. That's what the drill's for, to work on the back foot pivot. It may be that it's too soon for these girls to advance to this level. They may need to go back and work on the hands on the hip, or just kicking the ball with the heel before they get to this drill. But here's another example of a couple of ways to work on the back foot pivot by isolating. Again, emphasize the process. It's not whether they hit the ball well, it's whether the back foot pivots as it should.